What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. You made it to the weekend, everybody. Congratulations. Before we get started, guys, as always, we want to make sure we let everybody know you guys can follow us on the social media scene on Twitter at @theblown_save, on Instagram at @theblown_save. And you guys can always reach out to us at theblownSavePodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget, guys, for all you new listeners, welcome, welcome, welcome. We met a lot of you guys over at the Waves Golf Tournament last weekend. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to be, talk about how much fun we had. I had fun at the booth. I know Artie had fun playing golf. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped us raise an extra $200 while we were there playing our little chip-in-one, hole-in-one kind of a little contest that we had going on. But I digress, everybody. I am no one without my partner, my one, my only, my little artisanal chocolate. What's up, baby? How you doing?
Oh, just trying to survive, man. Just trying to survive.
Hey, as long as we know how to love, man, we're going to be all right.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man, I was just mentioning to the new listeners, since we're gonna have a bunch of new ones from the Waves tournament. I just want to talk about the tournament real quick and how much fun it was, and it was pretty awesome. We actually went down there on Thursday night, went out and had a couple drinks with the boys, and then we went to bed way later than we should have. But we all got up, we were all there on time, we all handled business. Before I talk about the stuff that I did at the booth, I mean, how was it, dude? I mean, I have never been in a tournament like that where it's a shotgun start. Kind of run us down how everything went down and everything, dude.
So you shotgun start. The way it works is, I actually didn't know about the two groups of four starting at one hole. That thing threw me off a little bit. So because it was a foursome of us, right?
Right.
And then there was like another foursome that started on the same hole as us. They let us go first, but still. That's how it started off, and then afterwards they hit behind us. And then it's best ball. So like every shot, every swing you take, it's like whoever has the best shot on that particular one is the one you play. So none of the scores it's double bogey and you're out. So like it won't be more than a double bogey. If you're at a double bogey, you just pick up your shot. But we had basically all pars and a couple birdies, like 2 or 3 birdies.
Now was it best ball per pair or best ball for the foursome?
For the foursome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the foursome. So that was pretty interesting. Because I thought it was usually, I think I've only played best ball like per for the driver in the past. I think that's what I played. So anyway, so that was a little different, but it was cool. I liked it. I had a great time. Magana is actually really good, man. He's pretty damn good. His friend that he was there was pretty good. I actually beat him out. And which is surprising because Magana says that dude's better than him.
Yeah, Hugo, who was there with you guys, he actually was fucking pretty. I played with him one time, and he was fucking wiping the floor. I was like, oh my god, like, how you gonna bring a ringer, dude, to a normal fucking Thursday game?
Yeah. He was. Yeah, I beat him out by a little bit, but like I said, man, he was still really good. And Magana, I was really impressed with Magana. I was really impressed with him. So he's someone I'd love to go out there and play with again. And then, obviously the highlight of the day for me was out driving the pro, sort of.
Yeah, so explain this to us how that went down.
So we got to that hole. I forgot what hole it was, but it was a sponsored hole where you each pay $5 and you're trying to get $20 into the pot with the group you're in, right? So I said, okay, I'll put the $5 in. And the pro shoots, right? And you have to either outdrive him or have a better drive than him. And because the guys in front of us came back and showed him the ball, and they gave him like they let the golf pro let them choose a bottle, right? And I was like, okay. I said, so they outdrove you? He's like, no, I went into like the rough or something like that, right? And I said, oh, okay. So then Magana and Hugo were actually the bigger swingers for me, for the driver. They were out driving me by a little bit pretty much all day, dude. Even though I had some really good drives, Magana hit some tanks, bro.
Magana's got some swing, bro.
Yeah, man. He hit some absolute tanks, and Hugo does too here and there. So they both went first, and, bro, they just shanked to the right. Big time, right? And I was like, damn, you guys shank when we need you here. So then Andy goes next. He goes third. And, of course, Andy does Andy, right? Yeah. And so I went, and I have decent drives here and there. So I said, all right, well, no guts, no glory here. I'm just going to put everything I got into it and just hope for the best, right?
Yeah.
So, bro, I put everything I had into it, and I drove as straight as your hooter, right? And even the golf pro was like, man, that was a really good drive. I don't know if you beat me, man, but that's definitely a better drive. So then he said, hey, go for it. Pick a bottle, right? So we didn't even know where his ball was at or anything yet. And I had told him, so I beat you, right? Because you're looks like you're on the rough or the fringe. He's all, dude, you just had a better drive. So it was shorter in his. And when we went to go see it, he was like on the far right-hand side of the fairway. So he didn't even hit the fringe or anything like that. Yeah. But he liked my drive more than his. So he gave me the bottle.
Nice.
So that's kind of how that worked. And it was a really nice drive, bro. I was like dead center. I mean, he outdrove me by, I don't know, 15 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was in a better location. We actually used his just because of the distance. But still, like, that's how that worked out, dude.
Right on. I know that the other foursome that we had, Yvonne and his guys, I know Yvonne said he got a bottle from him, too, or one of the pros. I think there was one or two of them. But he said he got a bottle, too. And I told him, hey, pictures are never happened. He did send a picture, but I'm not sure where they got the bottle from. I don't know if he actually did it. Yvonne, we're going to have to see pictures or video of it, or it never happened, bro. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
I had the picture of the actual golf pro in there with me.
Right? That's all. Like, okay, so he probably had that in his car. He's probably listening to this right now. No, man, he fucking did it, bro.
Right. I ain't saying
but that was dope.
But,
I mean, that it was great. I mean, it was great to see you guys all out there in the blown safe shirts and stuff like that. We were mobbing deep, guys, with eight players, and me and the Leonidas were hanging out at the booth. Speaking of me and Leonidas hanging out at the booth, we were over there, guys. We set up a little chip in challenge. It was like $5 to try and do it. We gave, after the first couple, we kind of just gave them hey, dude, go ahead and take all 8-9 shots. If you can get it in, you get it in, cool. If not, I mean, everybody was pretty much like, here, dude, I'm going to give you $20. I'm just going to take 2 of these. We were giving away koozies and stuff like that, and they went and picked those up, and they had a good time. We were able to raise just a little over $200 for the Waves Project, like I was saying in the intro, but it was fun, man. We had a couple drinks, met a lot of great people. I'm going to try and post some of the interviews that we did get later on in the week for some extra points. But it was fun, man. I can't wait till we do it again next year. They have already invited us back for the following year. They liked not only the players. I know one of the guys said he absolutely loved Andy. Andy was talking smack with him. And he actually gave me a pink tee to give to Andy since he was using pink balls. He's like, I found him a tee. Go ahead and give that to Andy. Tell him I said I found the perfect one for him. So I got one for you, Andy. It's sitting right here. Don't worry about it. But all those guys are really amazing. I don't know about some of the scores at the end that they said that they had, but if they're playing best ball every single time, maybe.
Yeah. It works.
Anyway, it's for charity anyways. I do want to tell you, no, you did not win any of the bags. You didn't win any of the other raffle prizes, compadre. I do apologize.
I never do. No biggie.
I was so excited. I was like, hopefully he does, and then I can grab it and be like, bro, you didn't win anything, and then show up the next time we were golfing with a brand new bag. Where'd you get that? Judy bought it for me.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Enough of the thing. Once again, before we keep going, actually, thank you again to all the new listeners we got from the Waves Project, all the service members, I should say, that are out there that are going to be listening to us. So welcome. Hope you guys enjoy it. And as I was telling everybody, this is a 3-drink minimum podcast, so please cheers.
Cheers.
To everybody at home. Make sure you drink responsibly while you're listening to the Blown Safe podcast. If you're driving, make sure that you have a designated driver and or you get an Uber or Lyft. And have a good time and enjoy it, guys. All right, let us jump in. So we didn't record last week because we were just super tired. I know, compa, you fell asleep as soon as you got home. I had to get right at hanging out with the boys and the little guys, I should say, and I couldn't get to sleep or get any rest until we were supposed to record. So I was just beat, and I was done. I was my body can't handle that anymore. Thursday night, then all of Friday, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm done. So we do have some stuff we want to talk about from a week and a half ago and some stuff that's going on now, and then we'll kind of just mix it all in together and hopefully we put it together a good show for you guys. But here we go. A week and a half ago, Canelo Alvarez solidified his greatness with a TKO against Jacob Plant. In the 11th round, he sat his ass down. Plant trailed by about 3 rounds, but made some good moves in the fight. But Canelo's power held up all the way into the late rounds, which led to the TKO. Canelo is now the first undisputed super middleweight champion in the history of the division. Canelo Alvarez. I kind of did that right? He now holds all of the Infinity Stone of belts, the WBC, the WBO, the WBA, and now Plant's IBF world title. They all hang around that single individual. Canelo is regarded as one of the greatest Mexican-born fighters in the history of the sport, saying he wanted to be better than the great Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. He is well on his way to have a seat at the table with this win, and he definitely has his chair already reserved with the great Mexican fighters, and I think with the great fighters of all time, period. Not just the Mexican fighters, but he's got to be up there in one of the top 5, I think, of fighters. You said you didn't even know he fought.
I didn't know he was gonna fight. I did know he did fight, but I did not know he was going to fight. Would you say, Brent?
Yes, sir.
And there's a question here I'm dying to ask you. Would you say he planted that fighter on his butt?
He planted his ass. Oh yeah. I'm okay with the puns, man. Let's do it.
Right? I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna let that one go, man. It's good. It's good. He did actually. He planted his ass in the ring, and Canelo just he overpowered him. He looked like a much better fighter. Plant, he was the IBF world title holder. He's good enough to get to there, right? So it wasn't a walkthrough. Like, I know I talk to some people, they're like, oh, he's picking and choosing his fights. I'm like, well, when you get to his point, you kind of have the opportunity to. But if you're gonna have to fight for a belt, you're fighting the best guy who has that belt right now. Like, it's not like you're fighting some bum for just another W. You're actually fighting another champion. So you can't say, oh, he kind of platted him there and this and that, pun intended, to fight him and this and that, yada, yada. So to me, it's like, hey, dude, it was a clean fight. He beat him, plain and simple. And I know a lot of people are saying that he needs to fight Triple G again, and to kind of see where that goes. But he is moving up in the divisions, I guess, the weight classes. So, I know right now he's a super middleweight, but I guess he's moving up to just regular middleweight. I don't know what the difference. I guess it's like a 4-pound difference, I think. And they're going to give him a shot at the title immediately into the next in the next weight class. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes and how it's received. There's been a mix of reactions from it, but the dude's beating everybody. Why not just give him a shot? You gave I don't want to say they gave the boxing commission, but McGregor got a chance to go ahead and fight, for the title right away. Gave him the opportunity, even though he wasn't even fighting in that weight class. But they gave him the chance, and he took advantage of it and won. He had 2 belts at one point. So why not get him a 19th belt over here?
Do it.
Oh man, this beer is so good right now. It's been a long week. Let's see here. I'm about to get into number 2. We're not even past the first little schmidget here. All right, guys. The MLB Awards happened this week. We had a lot of really good awards. Some of these were no-brainers, and some of them were like, I can see it. Yeah, we're good. We're going to start off with Rookie of the Year awards. The NL Rookie of the Year, Jonathan India, who was a non-roster invite for the Reds, which is crazy, led all the majors in on-base percentage with a .376 batting average, 34 doubles, 71 walks, and 98 runs scored, playing in 158 games while ranking second in OPS with .835. India is the first Reds player to claim the honor since 1999. So this guy wasn't even supposed to be on the roster. He was a walk-on, like, come on and try out. And this man became the Rookie of the Year. And fun fact about this guy, before I let Artie chime in there, I saw his video online when they announced it. His first ball that he ever signed that said Rookie of the Year and the year and stuff like that, he handed it to his dad. Dad gave him a big old kiss and a hug, and they started crying. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about right there.
You're going to get me in the feels?
Who said baseball isn't wonderful?
Who's crying? I'm not crying.
You're crying.
That's awesome, dude. I didn't know that about him.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the
feel
video.
Like I said, I've been out of touch, with just busy, coming to a little end right here with our little break for work, for teaching.
Yeah.
So I've seen some of this stuff, but like I've seen it in passing real quick,
Yeah.
Anyway, that is an awesome story about the dad, dude.
They were.
Awesome story.
I get. It looked like they were either like in an auditorium, like his old high school or something like that. They were all at home, and they were just sitting up there like on the table, and they announced it, and he won. Everybody kind of cheered, and then like he grabbed the baseball and he signed his name on there, and he put Rookie of the Year, and then he put Thanks Dad. And he put 2021, and then he goes and he walks it over and he hands it to his dad. He said, "This is my first one, Dad, and I had to give it to you." And like the dad gives him a big old kiss and a hug, and everybody's like, "Yeah," fucking crying and shit. You're crying, I'm not crying.
That is awesome.
So that, I mean,
yeah, and then the fact that he was a non-roster invitee,
yeah, that makes it even more impressive.
Right, hell yeah.
Because nobody was even looking at him. They were like, "All right, I guess, bro, come on down and try out, and like you're gonna make it." Mm-hmm. Rookie of the Year.
Yep, you got this, homie.
Hell yeah,
that's cool, man. That's real good. That's real cool.
Absolutely,
did not know that. But he definitely deserved to win it. I mean, he was a solid, especially if he led the majors and on base. Well, not the majors. I'm sure you meant to say all rookies.
The rookie, yes, all rookies in the majors.
Right. So, but still, man, he had a real good year. I got to see him play. He was a good ball player, man.
Right.
Good ball player. Definitely deserved that.
Right on. On the other side for the American League, it was kind of
it was close. That one was interesting. Yeah.
But Randy Arozarena followed up his tremendous 2020 postseason with a complete season of work, becoming only the third rookie to go 2020. He became a 2020 rookie and led all rookies in the American League with a 274 batting average. That's in the American League alone. India had it throughout the entire majors as far as the rookies go. So, I mean, Arozarena came out last year during the postseason, doing work, and he followed it up with a great, I guess, full season, and he was still under the threshold, so he was a rookie this year, and he took it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So I think that one was real close because that one came down to Arozarena, Teoscar Hernandez, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or am I wrong? Yes.
No, you're right.
And then,
Wander Franco.
And Wander Franco. But did you see what was cool about Arozarena? See, this is one of the little fun facts that you didn't mention.
Do it, baby.
He said he was going to share the honor with his dude from Texas. What's his name? Oh, he wasn't one of the top three, but he was one of the finalists and stuff like that. I'm trying to blank on the dude's name, but they were in the Cardinals minor league organization together before they both got shipped out.
Really?
And yeah, and that dude had a really good year. If you look at his power numbers, his batting average really dropped at the end there. But if you look at that dude's power numbers from Texas, he actually led the majors, I believe, all rookies in home runs and RBIs.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'm trying. Jesus, kill me that I can't remember the guy's name. I gotta look him up. But yeah, man, that was really interesting. I thought that was cool that he just said, "Hey, I'd like to share this honor with," and he's like, "You know what? I'm not really sharing it with them, but still, I'd like to share it with them."
Like, bro, you're here in a heart,
Yeah.
Or in spirit, whatever.
Right. So I thought that was real cool,
I'm trying to see here who it would have been here. We got a bunch of guys here. Let's see here if I can get to the American League West here real quick. Let's see. Angels. Who's this? The A's, Astros, Mariners, and Rangers. Josh Jung?
No.
No, not him. They're saying he was the Rangers Rookie of the Year candidate if they had to have one.
No. Adolis Garcia.
Oh, Adolis?
Yeah, Josh Young.
I don't know, bro.
Garcia, he had 31 tanks and
as a rook,
and as a rookie and 90 RBIs.
That's impressive, right there.
I believe he led the majors in that, but probably hurt him was 194 strikeouts.
Yeah, that'll balance out. That reminds me of the movie Signs, where the guy's dude, I saw you hit a home run like 580 feet. He's like, yeah, but he also led the league in strikeouts, and he's like, it felt wrong not to swing. Yeah. When the
never
aliens
heard
are
that
there?
movie.
You've never heard of that movie?
Signs?
Yes.
Good lord.
It's a fucking
I've heard
alien
of it. It's
movie,
not-
man.
Not a baseball movie, right?
No, but one of the main character going to a side
Tom
note real quick.
Cruise.
No, is or the side character is Joaquin Phoenix, and
okay.
he is the supporting cast member or whatever, but he's the brother or whatever, and they have this bat in hanging in their house, and I guess it's the one that broke the league for like the farthest home run ever hit or whatever. So they kept it or whatever, and they go into a store or whatever. He's like, "Hey, you're fucking so and so, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh man, I was there when you hit that fucking monster home run and it snapped. How far was it?" And he's like, "Oh, 584 feet or whatever it was." And then some other guy was like, "Yeah, but ask him how many times he struck out. He still holds that record too." And he's like, he turned around and was just like, it just felt wrong not to swing. So it just kind of reminds me of that because with all the strikeouts, it just felt wrong not to swing, man.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember that movie. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to do it now. M. Night Shyamalan does that one. It was one of his better movies. He's had some pretty terrible ones, but that one's actually pretty good. Let's see here. Manager of the Year, National League Manager of the Year, Gabe Kapler led the Giants to a franchise record and MLB best 107 wins, one more than the Dodgers. Kapler
In
netted
the regular season.
in the regular season. It doesn't count once we get to the postseason, but that's neither here nor there at this point. Kapler netted 28 of the first place votes to earn the title. I guess when you lead team to the most records in franchise history and MLB best for that season, you're probably going to be at the top of the list for Manager of the Year as far as the National League goes. Do you have a problem with that one being called the Manager of the Year? Or do you?
No.
Is there somebody else that you'd be like, I kind of think he might?
Nah. Good for you. Good for you, sir. Let me just tell you, good for you. Thanks for the first round loss.
There you go. For the American League, it's Kevin Cash, joined only by Bobby Cox in going back-to-back years, winning the honor of Manager of the Year. He led the Rays to 100 wins this season and the number one seed in the American League. The Rays were one of those the teams that we called going into the playoffs at the beginning of the season, and damn it, did they do it. And they did it right. They were the number one seed. That's so big ups to Kevin Cash. Took him to the playoffs last year, took him to the playoffs again this year.
Yeah. That's impressive, especially with everything he lost. They didn't really gain anything this offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
They didn't really get any players. So for him to actually have repeat and have like the most wins in the American League, bro, like that's pretty damn impressive, if you ask me.
I agree, sir. That is very impressive. Like you said, he lost a lot of stuff. They did get Nelson Cruz halfway through the season to add a little bit of power, but I mean, they had a solid squad, the whole way around, man. They were able to do what they did with the people they had there that were still there. So, especially losing your two number one pitchers, basically.
Right.
Like, and you still get out there, you still win 100, you still get 100 wins, number one seed in the American League. I mean, they didn't make it all the way, but they got damn pretty close.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
All right.
Pretty cool.
All right. Moving on to the Cy Young, the National League Cy Young Award winner. No surprises here. The league leader in ERA with 2.43 and an astounding 35.6 strikeout to walk ratio. Corbin Burns continued to dominate through the 2021 season. This is the first time a Milwaukee pitcher has claimed the honor in 39 years. Holy moly.
Who was the last guy? Can you name him?
I was going to look that up, and I was like, all right, he's not going to ask me. There's no way he's going to ask me. I don't know, man. I didn't look it up. Who was
I'm going to say Raleigh Fingers?
Raleigh Fingers, you think?
I'm just taking an educated guess here.
If you had to guess one more, who would you guess?
What? Say that how many years again?
39.
39. That was the 80s, right? Yeah, because that would have been 82.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're born in 81. We're 40. So that'd be 82. 82 Milwaukee. I still think Raleigh Fingers, bro.
All right. Jesus Christ. How good are you? I mean, but he's not the last one, but he is the second to last one. So Raleigh Fingers did win it in 1981. However, in 1982, Pete Volkovich won it as a starting pitcher.
Wow, I was close, so you gotta give
You
me
were
that.
no. I'll give you all the props for that, dude. You pulled Raleigh Fingers out your ass, and he was actually a closing pitcher when he won it in 1981.
Yes, that I did know. I did know that. Yeah.
That is wild as shit, bro. When you said Raleigh Fingers, I'm like, where the hell did he pull that from? But I mean, who's gonna remember Pete Volkovich? I mean,
no, that one I don't even know.
Pete's gonna remember Pete, but Brewers fans will probably remember Pete. But we do not on that one. But congratulations to Corbin Burns. I mean, he was getting hot last year, and he just kept it going this year.
Yeah.
I remember you told me last year, like, hey, dude, this guy's gonna be hot this next coming year.
Yeah.
And you were right, sir.
Drafts.
We gotta put some of those bets in for next season, bro. Some of those prop bets. And we'll get to that here in a minute. When we talk about the MVPs, but the AL Cy Young Award winner, another no-brainer, Robbie Ray. He led an electric Blue Jays team this season, leading also the majors in strikeouts with 248 and all of the American League in ERA with a 2.48 ERA in 193 and a third innings pitched with a 1.045 WHIP to become the first Blue Jay player to win the award since, do you know who? In 2003.
3, I'm going to say Roy Halladay.
Fucking A, this guy is on fire! Dude, man, I got to take it to like the Jeopardy for sport. Actually, Jeopardy for baseball. If any other sports, you might lose that one. But on the money, he's the first Jays player to win it since Roy Halladay in 2003. Another no-brainer. I mean, he was probably at the top of the list. There were a couple other guys that were right there too, but Robbie Ray is your guy right there, the American League Cy Young Award winner, man. Any gripes, complaints, or anything about either?
No. I mean, I kind of feel like Corbin Burns. Man, if I had to take my pick, I would have took Scherzer. I think Scherzer had better numbers across the board.
And switching teams.
And switching teams, yes, and switching teams. So, and I mean, fucking Scherzer took that perfecto into the fucking ninth inning. You know, I know everybody talks about Corbin Burns throwing the combined no-hitter, but it was a combined no-hitter. It wasn't a solo no-hitter. Fucking Scherzer took the perfecto into the ninth, bro, on his own, or the eighth. On his own. Yeah, a perfecto, not even a no-hitter, a perfecto.
I'm with you there, Papa. I mean,
and I just think his numbers were so much closer compared to Corbin Burns. So I mean, yeah, like you said, kind of just nitpicking, but
I mean, when you have a guy and you're on your home team that has that ability, I mean, you got to go. I mean, you're not going to find too many people that are going to argue with you about that one.
Right.
It's understandable that he won the Cy Young, but at the same time, it's like it could have been Scherzer very, very easily.
Right. I totally agree. Yeah.
That's agree with me.
That's kind of what I would have gone there for sure.
All right. Any complaints?
My vote.
I know where your vote's going, but any complaints about Robbie Ray?
Nah, he is, to me, the hands down dude that deserved it for sure.
He's definitely going to get paid this offseason.
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah,
somebody's gonna pay his ass.
The Angels.
Oh, I would love that to match him up with Thor, which we didn't talk about yet, but we will. First, we want to get into the MVPs. So the National League MVP, surprising? Not really, because towards the end, I mean, Bryce Harper really did heat up, and he was really smacking the ball around. Bryce Harper did become just the fifth player in MLB history to earn the MVP award with two different teams. Harper started a little slow, but picked up in the second half, like I said, ending up with a respectable slash line of a 309, 429, 615. For those of you guys playing at home, that's a 309 batting average, 429 OPS. No, wait. Yes, OPS, and then 615 slugging. And then 35 home runs, 84 RBIs, so not a bad way to end off the season. And he got the nod. A lot of people were saying Juan Soto, like, I can't believe Soto didn't get it. He was up there, man. Like, it wasn't a clear-cut winner. I believe Bryce Harper got 18 of the first place votes on that one. And then the other one that people were talking about, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that these lost. I'm like, dude, he was hurt. He fell off. Like, yes, he was doing monstrous things, and if he would have stayed healthy all year, I don't see any other way that Tatis doesn't win that. But because he was hurt, because he kind of fell off towards the end, because the San Diego Padres were imploding some way, shape, or form, it just didn't roll that way. What do you think about Bryce Harper winning his second MVP award?
I mean, from the dudes that were there, I guess he's the best candidate. It's just, you know how I feel about this, man. I just think, like, the MVP should come from contenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is the first time they said
his numbers were better, but my vote might have been to, again, fucking the dude from Atlanta,
Freddie Freeman.
Riley or Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been fine with them because they actually won their division or made the playoffs. Whatever,
hey, they won the World Series.
Yeah, and but the words voted on before they ever get there. You know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, yeah, man. So I don't know. Like, I'm okay with it, but I don't know. I just like contenders more. You know?
I'm with you there. We're gonna have that same gripe here in a second. No surprise here. The AL MVP, Mr. Shohei Ohtani. Once Vladdy Jr. didn't get the required stats to get the Triple Crown, I think it was inevitable at that point. And a unanimous win for the two-way superstar and the Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. Had a respectable 257, 372, 592 slash line with 46 home runs, 100 RBIs, 103 runs scored, and 26 stolen bases. And that was just him behind the plate. On the pitching mound, he ended the year with a decent 9-2 record with the 3.18 ERA and 156 strikeouts in 130 1/3 innings. Ohtani does join the likes of Mike Trout, Ken Griffey Jr., Jeff Bagwell, Reggie Jackson, Mickey Mantle, along with 14 others in the history of the league to win the award unanimously. He also wins the award as the first and so far only DH to win the MVP because they considered it when they announced the award. They said he was going in as the DH for winning the MVP, not as a pitcher or a switch or two-way player. They were giving it because most of the stats were at the DH level. What do you think about that? And I know you're going to say, well, he's now with a contender. And he... Aside from that, Artie, what do you got to say about Ohtani?
I mean, he did what someone else has never really done. You know what I'm saying? Now, while Ohtani was impressive, right?
Right.
He didn't break the 50 home run plateau.
He did not.
You know what I mean? And I told you that was not going to happen. Remember?
Yes, I know.
Especially when you brought in your that dude, the agent, right?
Yeah.
That hates being an agent and stuff like that. And I said it. I was like, he's exactly like, in terms of hitting wise, he's just like Chris Davis was. And that's exactly hitting wise, with the exception of running, I guess, who he was. He had 40 something tanks. Maybe not even Chris Davis, because Chris Davis hit the 50 tanks and more RBIs. Now, granted, Shohei was flip-flopping a lot in that lineup, and I wonder how many at-bats he had more in the leadoff compared to the other spots. Because I remember him in the leadoff spot more than anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's significant to say that, because in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get a ton of RBI positions. Even if you're in the American League that has the DH, you're just still not going to get a ton of RBI positions compared to other spots. Mm-hmm. And he drove in exactly 100, which was cool, at least a nice round number. He was 20-20. He stole, 26 bases, I think?
Yes.
Okay, and, he had 46, 47 home runs?
46 homers.
Yeah, there you go. So, the bad thing is, if you look at his stats, he led nothing in the majors and
Yeah, he wasn't a leader in any of the stats. I'll give you that.
But he had a respectable ERA in the threes. He was, his strikeouts per 9 were really impressive. Again, he did not break the 10-win plateau. I would like to have seen 10. So some of the sexy numbers weren't there for me. But what he did was super impressive. Just ran out gas in that tank, though,
Yeah. Big question, Artie. Do you think... like you say...
Do I think he would have hit the numbers if he was playing for contender? Yes, I agree. Yeah. I totally think if he was playing on, let's say, the Dodgers...
Oh, yes, Jesus.
Found a way.
I'm sure they would have found a way to put him in there. That's not what I was going to ask. You got to throw me off on that one. No, okay. So he was asked if he got tired towards the end or what it was, fatigue or whatever, and he said no. He still felt strong. He still felt like he could go a little bit more. But he was. They were a little cautious with him. They wanted to save him. Obviously, they weren't going to be in the playoffs, so they wanted to kind of save him and make sure he didn't overdo it. His first full season back. But he said he's going to be back next season, ready to rock and roll. Do you think, as you say before, one's a fluke, do you think he can put up a season close to what he did this season, again, moving forward?
My opinion, no, Brent. I mean, no, he's not a fluky player, but the season he put together, yeah, man, I don't see that happening. That's like a once-in-a-lifetime type of thing, you know?
Do you think he hits 40 home runs or more again?
Yeah.
I was going to give you 35.
I'm gonna say no.
I was going to give you 35, but I think 40.
I'll say no.
You say no on the 40. Okay. Do you think he hits 100?
I'm saying he could. I think he could, but I don't think he does. You know?
Do you think he hits over 100 RBIs or 100 RBIs and more?
That has to do where they put him in the lineup, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, my opinion.
Well, when he pitches, he's the leadoff batter, always. Every time he pitched, he was the leadoff batter.
Why?
Because that way he could get in and out real quick and get some rest before he had to pitch.
Okay, I guess.
Why
not just put him ninth then?
Because he didn't want to bat at the end of the thing. He wanted to get out there and start playing.
Okay.
Do you think he gets that 10 win mark?
Yes, that I think he gets that. I think the Angels are going to be better, man. I think they really need Trout. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't think the Angels make the playoffs. You know, they need another arm. They're going to lose Iglesias, their closer this year. He's not going to come back, you know.
Well, he said he wanted to come back, but we'll have to wait and see.
That's what everybody says. Yeah.
Yeah, he did deny the qualifying offer, but he is in talks right now, so we'll have to see over the next week, months, you know, see what happens.
Yeah. So I think you guys are still contenders, but I think you're pretenders, you know, like at the end of the day, in my opinion. Yeah. So, and in order to be a contender, you really need to win games. And I don't know that he wins enough games to really like make that bigger difference, you know?
Yeah. And especially with, I mean, now with, and we'll get into it right now, obviously. But the Angels did sign Thor to a 1-year, $21 million deal. I hope that there's a caveat in there for him to stay healthy. But Noah Syndergaard, for these guys who don't know, is Thor, by the way. Cheers. Number 3. Noah Syndergaard signed. He was actually given a couple different offers. The Mets actually offered him, I think, 19.5 for that 1 year, and he said no. He didn't want to stay with the Mets. There was a couple other qualifying offers that they was given. At one of them, they reported was at close to $25 million for the year, and he decided to say no. He wanted to come to SoCal. I just hope and I pray that two things happen. One, there is a rider on his contract saying if he gets hurt, we can do something with that money. Or number two, if he stays healthy, we're gonna have two fireballers at that point. You know, him and Ohtani going 1 and 2. It would be interesting. I know that Syndergaard isn't a number 1 on the Angels. He probably is, but I know he's not a number 1. Maybe Ohtani number 1, him number 2, and I'm hoping to get a third player like Robbie Ray. Let's go. But, you know, we have to wait and see. It's a long off season. We'll have to wait from there. What do you think about the Angels picking up Noah Syndergaard? Do you think it's a good move? I mean, obviously it's a good move. We need pitching. But where do you think that kind of ends? I mean, the first thing when everybody says, oh, the Angels picked a new player, is he a pitcher? No, I don't care then. Really, I don't give a shit. Who? I don't care. Oh, man.
Yeah, I think it's a great move. I love that move because the Angels are basically letting a dude bank on himself, you know?
Yeah.
And they paid him pretty handsomely, but he definitely banking on himself, and good. Like I think that's a great move for the Angels. I don't think they lose anything out of that. I really like it.
A lot of people are saying the ceiling is so high on this one that if he makes it through the season, the Angels are going to look like they stole it. Like, he could have easily gotten way more money for the year. But that's the thing, though. It's going to be one of those feast or famine. It's going to be one of those Derrick Henry years. Either he's going to be amazing or he's going to fizzle out real quick.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of the only bad thing, Brand, is this dude fucking, I don't think he's ever had a full season.
I don't think he's had last season he pitched 2 innings and then he was out for the rest of the year. The year before that, 2019, I believe he pitched 6 games and then he was done. And I believe it was all back issues. So I'm hoping that this year and a half, almost 2 years, he can finally fix his back and be cool and be able to throw. Because when he throws and he's looking good, man, he's throwing some heat and that shit moves, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's really, really good for sure. There's no doubt on that.
There's a reason why they call him Thor. He brings the thunder.
He does. I think he could be good. I think the Angels are one starting pitcher away from being legit contenders.
Right.
I also don't think Shohei's an everyday pitcher. Like, I don't think he's going to get you the 200 innings you really need out of a starting pitcher. So, with that being said, I really think the Angels are probably more like 2 pitchers away, you know?
I was thinking the same thing. Honestly, man, I was like, okay, so it's great that we got Thor. It's great that we have Ohtani. It's good that we have those young arms coming back to pitch for us. But we do need, in case Thor doesn't make the season, we do need that other. I think we need 2 more. I think we need a definitely 1-2 guy, and then we need like a number 4 pitcher. Just to have another solid arm in the rotation. I know they're talking to Alex Cobb. Alex Cobb wants to definitely come back, and he did. He was our Dylan Bundy this year, because Dylan Bundy 2 years ago was fucking out of nowhere. Dylan fell off this year, and Cobb was the one that kind of came up and blew it up. So I'm hoping that Cobb gets re-signed. He'd be like our number 5 guy. We got Reed Detmers coming back, that lefty rookie. So it'll be a decent lineup, but if we can get one more solid arm plus re-sign Raisel Iglesias for some money that he wants, give it to him. I think we'll be okay, man. But we do need to get one really good pitcher and one end of the rotation guy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If we get those 2 guys, I think we go from pretenders to now we're thinking about it, guys. Now we're thinking we're good. All right, guys.
I think it's funny that you say everybody wants to come back with the Angels.
Hey, man. Well, I mean, you have to kind of throw it out there, right? You have to, like, if somebody hears this, right? It's like, Raisel, hey, oye, compa, haznos un favor, vente para atrás, cabrón, no seas mamón.
Ya para jugar.
But I'm just hoping, we didn't get into the Silver Sluggers or the Golden Gloves, but who did you think got snubbed on one of those awards, whether it be the Silver Slugger or the Golden Glove?
I'd have to look at the list, but I know personally, me and Joe were talking about this the other day. That it felt like Buster Posey got like a Lifetime Achievement Award kind of thing for the Silver Slugger. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, besides his batting average, dude, he really wasn't up there with Will Smith in the rest of the categories in terms of hitting. My opinion. I know it's a little bit biased, but bro, I mean, other than the batting average, you really didn't have him on anything, you know? I guess the on base percentage.
They gave him one to go.
Numbers, and I was just kind of like, I like the guy, so it's one of those like, it's funny because you usually don't like Giants as a Dodgers fan. Yeah, but man,
he's a likable guy.
Yeah, if Kershaw respected him and said, hey, that he would tell his kid this is like someone who you need to play with. Like, man, dude, that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's saying a lot, and I kind of feel the same way. To be honest, I would agree. So I was just like, that's to me is the one that I would like. Really was just like, really, Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay, fine.
He is leaving, man. Let him have his day in the sun one last time.
Yeah, because they were talking about like how he didn't drag it out that he was gonna retire this year or like announce it so that they could have a big old parade for him, and they were comparing him to like Yadi Molina, like the way he instigates things and gets everybody all like ruffles all feathered, and that's why people don't like him, And I was like, man, I had never really thought about that, but it's true, Like this dude came out and he's like, you know what? It's time for me to retire. And he didn't say like, oh, this year I'm going to play it out and I'm retiring this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he just went out and just did his thing and retired. He said, all right, I'm done.
He didn't pull a Derek Jeter. Because you could make the argument, right, that he was as impactful for the game of sport on the West Side as Derek Jeter was as a shortstop over there.
You can make that argument. I will agree with you on that. You could definitely.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to disagree with me because you're like, well, you can make that argument, but I'm not going to fucking say that shit. No, but you know what I mean? Like you can make the argument that, and I feel much more confident saying this now that you agree with me. But you can make the argument that Buster Posey did what Derek Jeter did for shortstops on the East Coast and baseball on the East Coast, here on the West Coast, and for catchers.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
So,
and I would say he didn't have the big numbers for like his totals of his career, but he had the awards unlike
he had some Gold Gloves, he had
Jeter.
Silver Sluggers. Yeah. He won a few national champions, World Series with the Giants. I believe he only played for the Giants, right?
He only played for the Giants, yeah.
So it's Derek Jeter-esque. He only played for the Yankees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's there. It's there.
Yeah. Did you see, speaking of Jeter, did you see Correa? Because Correa got the platinum Gold Glove for the American League, which is like the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, the platinum glove for the American League, which is the top defensive fielder in the American League.
Yeah.
But anyways, did you see what that little numbnut said? He said that Derek Jeter didn't deserve any of the Gold Gloves he won.
Fucking idiot, man! Look.
I ain't saying he's wrong, but I don't think
not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like okay, you can kind of make arguments here and there. Like, should he have won this one? Was it a popularity contest? Maybe he won that one because it's Jeter and he's wearing the pinstripes, right?
Yeah.
But and I get that. But come the fuck on, bro. Like, you of all fucking people are going to bring this up. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Because I saw a meme where he said that, right? It had a little picture of him saying that, and then it showed, like, Jeter. And he was like, really, bro? You're talking about awards that you shouldn't have? And at the bottom, it had him holding up the World Series championship trophy. And it was just like, really? So it's like, dude, like, of all people,
Jeter didn't even say anything, right?
Well, Jeter's too classy. He's not going to do that shit.
He's not going to. He's like, that fool ain't on my level type of thing,
Exactly, bro.
Nobody,
no scandal, no nothing, and maybe bringing some stuff up. Okay, you may have a foot to stand on here, or a step to stand on.
Right.
But after the bullshit you've been through, or that you guys caused, or whatever, like, you have other people you can probably go after, not Derek Jeter, not one of the the first ballot Hall of Famer guys, not one of those like guys that kids are still gonna try and imitate when they try and do that jump throw from shortstop to first base. Like he made that shit look pretty. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I ain't even a Yankees fan. I don't really like Derek Jeter, but game respect game.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's just
I'm with you.
It's one of those things. I love it when you're with me, man. It's so much more fun.
Yeah.
All right,
you think everybody hated him a little bit more because he said that?
Korea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or is it like too hard to hate him more?
And he's a free agent, so
hope he doesn't come to my team.
He's not going. Honestly, man, I think he's going to get some offers, but it's not going to be what he wants, and the Astros are going to be the only team that's going to give him what he wants. I don't think he's going anywhere, dude. I think he stays right there.
He's just testing the water?
Yeah, or he takes less money just to go somewhere else to get away from the whole Astros stigma, but it's going to go wherever he goes. It's like if Altuve left. It's still going to go with him.
Because of him running his mouth.
Yeah. At least Altuve kept quiet, man.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things. You want to keep running your mouth. You want to keep talking shit like, bro, it's going to follow you. People are not going to like you no matter where you go. Like, stay in there in Houston because that's the only place anybody's going to like you.
Right. All right. Yeah. Well said, sir. Well said.
Fucking hey, man. I need more beers, man. What's going on here?
On it.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break real quick. We're going to go ahead and let our sponsors say what they got to say, and then we'll be right back. We're going to get into some football. We're going to get back into some picks, and we're going to kind of see – we're going to talk about some of the games that happened last week or the week before, and some of the games that happened this last week, some of the really head-scratchers that happened this week. But we'll be right back, guys. Hang tight, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, welcome back to the back end of the show now. We're getting back into the NFL. I'm not sure what you heard from our sponsors, but hopefully you like them because that kind of helps us keep the show running. But I do hope you guys enjoyed that stuff. Like I said when we started the show, we didn't get a chance to go over some stuff a week ago, so we're going to be talking about some stuff that happened 2 weeks ago and last week, so we're going to kind of go from there. There's a lot of flip-flop that happened this last week. Oh my god, dude, we're like just games. Were you surprised, Artie? I don't know if you watched all the games or were you were keeping track, but just how like weird this last week was as far as like teams winning and losing.
More so the week before was when like the huge upsets happened, right? The Cowboys losing at home to the Broncos, the Jaguars.
Let me get into that one then, because you brought it up.
That was to me like the really big one.
So the Dallas Cowboy 4A junior college team showed up and played the Broncos on Saturday morning, ruining what should have been an amazing day for me and all Cowboys fans, being as it was also my little boy, your godson, Benny Boy's birthday. But what can you do? The Cowboys were held scoreless until about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They did end up scoring 2 touchdowns and completing two-point conversions, so to at least put up 16 points and not get blanked. The Broncos, to my chagrin, may be legit contenders in the AFC West. I didn't say for the league. I said the AFC West. Calm down. In a game where I don't think many people outside of Denver would have called it, the Cowboys were not the same page. Cooper, Wilson, Lamb all had drops that game. Just unexpected, unnatural drop. Like the ball was in their chest, in their hands, and they would drop the ball. It just was crazy. It cost the Cowboys field possession. The Cowboys tried to convert on fourth down a few different times. 3 times, actually, and they did not convert there. Either having Zeke getting stuffed at the line or none of the receivers being able to catch the goddamn ball. My God, dude. CeeDee Lamb was open twice. He could have walked in for touchdowns. It just the time off that Dak had to take to make sure he was healed up. Maybe it just. I mean, there shouldn't be that much rust, right? But
keep the excuse coming.
Maybe he just wasn't at 100% and played through it. Nope. He was definitely not in sync, and I don't think they took the Broncos game seriously. And I think that's the biggest thing. They drank too much of the hype, of the Kool-Aid hype on themselves, and they said, we can go pretty much anywhere. The Broncos, we're going to run over these guys. And they got punched in the mouth, and I think that's what they needed. Because just 1 week later, we can look at, and they played the Falcons this last Sunday, and oh my God, did they put an ass whooping on the Falcons? Granted, this last week
it's the Falcons.
It's the fucking Falcons because they got their ass whooped over by the Jets, I believe, on Thursday night. Or not Jets, the fucking Patriots. The Patriots whooped that ass on fucking Thursday night. But still, like, it was a bounce back win, and I appreciate it. But man, you cannot, like, the Cowboys being the Cowboys, you can't be that team to just go ahead and let somebody else fucking come through. The Cowboys did end up winning that game 43-3. They put up, I believe, 28 points in the first quarter and then filled it out the rest of the way. If you look at Week 11, what happened on Monday or Thursday night, I apologize. The Patriots won 25-0. It was a very defensive game, I'll be honest with you. But the Patriots defense just had, I believe, 3 picks, 2 for points right away. But the Falcons just do not look good. And you got to remember, Matt Ryan, Super Bowl contender. He got to the Super Bowl, but just
he won the MVP that year, I believe.
Yeah, the Falcons have just fallen the fuck off. Oh my God. So, I know you were saying, "Oh yeah, give me the excuses, give me the excuses." Hey man, straight up, and I'll tell. And I told fucking Ramon, man, I'm like, I'm so glad you ended up not coming to my house today because you were supposed to come watch the game. I'm like, I'm so happy I don't have to stare at your fucking ugly mug right now. That stupid smile and that just fucking talking shit. I'm like, I'm so glad, bro. I might have had to throw myself in the pool at that point.
Excusing me, talking shit. Who's the one that fucking threw themselves under the bus by posting a photo talking about we need to get an ass whooping or something and blah blah blah? But you made it sound like the Cowboys were going to get their ass whooped, which is funny because that's what actually happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how'd that age, huh? How'd this photo age there?
Did not age well, sir. It did not age well. I will be the first to admit. The comadre was just like, fuck. Because it was a 10 a.m. game. I got up all excited. Yeah. Luke was wearing his jersey. I was wearing my jersey. The comadre put her fucking cowboy shirt on. We're like, all right, we're going to watch this fucking game. We're going to get going. Fuck. What's happening? No. What? What? No.
It was like that meme, right? That I sent you at the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It was so bad. Thankfully we ended up going to like Chili's because Luke wanted to go to Chili's. We took Benny out to Chili's for his birthday, and it kind of turned things around for me. And I was able to watch the rest of the games and the night game and just kind of relax or whatever. But it did put me in a little bit of a sour mood. I hate it when the Cowboys play at 10 a.m. because if they lose, I'm in a fucking shitty mood the rest of the day, man. Yeah. I can deal with it when it's the 1 p.m. game because it's over by like 4:30. The day's basically done. You know what I mean? I can go take a shower and go to sleep and call it a fucking day.
Yeah. Man, I didn't even think about that till you said something right now. That totally makes sense, too.
Yeah, no, man. I hate the 10 a.m. game. I love it because I wake up and the Cowboys are playing. But if they lose, fuck, I'm just bummed out the whole day. And I mean, and it's funny because when the Cowboys win, I don't really hear from too many people. But when the Cowboys lose, oh my God, my phone does not stop ringing.
That's fucking
funny.
My
God, dude, they're just like, oh, what happened? I thought you were them boys. What happened? I thought you were them boys. Super Bowl what? I'm like, motherfuckers.
You set yourself up for those, though, compa.
I do. But look, whatever, bro. Man. Whatever. We're one game. We're a half a game out of first place in the league, or the National League, I should say. So we're okay. We got a really tough next 2-3 games. We got really tough games. We got the Arizona Cardinals coming up this Sunday at 1:20. Then we got the Raiders on a short week for Thanksgiving, and then we have who's after them, dude? Hold on, I got it right here now. Week 12, the Cowboys play. I know we don't have a fucking bye because we already had it. That's the Raiders, and then we play. Where is it? Oh, we play the Saints, which the Saints aren't looking too great, and Kamara's not going to be playing very well. Right now, so we're okay there. So if we win the next 3 games, man, we're pretty much sitting tight because the rest of the way, all we're doing is playing the NFC East at that point, and we play Washington after that, the Giants after that, and then Washington again, and I do believe we end the season with the Eagles. So it's just we got a pretty good schedule after the next 3 games. So if we get some wins, I think we could realistically end up as the number 1 seed in the NFC, and the Super Bowl will go through Dallas coming to LA, which would be great. Fun fact, I don't know for who it's fun. For me, it's fun. But the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, the Atlanta Braves won the championship, and the Atlanta Braves just won the championship. So it could happen. Mm-hmm. All the stars are aligning, people. All the stars are aligning.
Except for the
I'm still trying
against the Broncos.
I know, as long as it's not against the Broncos, we're all right. I'm still trying to convince the comadre to let me buy Super Bowl tickets if they go to LA. But it's probably not going to happen. We're going to have the party here at my house. Everybody's invited. And if you know where I live, come on down. If not, sucks to be you, nerd. But I mean, we're going. Speaking of L.A., the Rams, your Rams, forgot to show up as well. They didn't know what the fuck is going on, dude. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and take a gander right here. The Titans.
Yeah, and I know. I know we haven't talked about it, but I don't like that pickup that they made of OBJ.
I don't like it either, sir.
I told you, I think that guy's a cancer wherever he goes, you know? But it turned out to be kind of a necessary pickup, I guess. Because
Woody went down. Did you see that? Did you see that picture that they have on the internet right now? It says OBJ's dad, and then it has a picture of like Tanya Harding. And
I did see that. Yeah. That was funny.
I was like, damn, he got pulled in. And remember I told you, Woods got like something happened or whatever, like he got traded or whatever. Like, no, he didn't.
Oh, you said he got traded.
Yeah. And then like the next day he was like, he blew out his ACL. Fuck. It was a premonition. Shit. I don't know where I got it from, but I knew he was out.
Yeah, you're damn right. Because I sent you the thing. I was like, oh, wow. He was not in that trade, in any kind of trade, liar.
Yeah. I mean, the Rams did get slapped around in the first half. Matthew Stafford got sacked 3 times, and they picked him off twice in a matter of what was like 4 minutes, I want to say, to which they resulted in, I believe, 1 pick six on that one when they played the Titans. AP was his first start on short rest. He did pretty decently. He got a touchdown in there. So welcome back, Adrian Peterson, to the NFL. So that wasn't too bad, right?
All right.
And then who'd the Rams play after that?
Where they lost again?
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm pulling up the schedule right here, guys. Give us a quick sec. The Rams played the Niners.
Oh, yeah.
Monday Night Football. The 49ers came out and slapped them around again, 31-10. Is this Stafford showing what he really is, or is it just...
I do think he was playing a little bit better than, like, what he really was, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, losing Woods, man. I was also reading that getting OBJ, they don't play the same position, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that's always going to be like that. And I'm like, okay. Plus, you get a little comfort already playing with guys, you know?
Yeah.
So I could understand OBJ coming in is be a little different.
OBJ wants to be that wideout. Woods was that slot receiver coming across the middle and stuff like that. So you're not going to get OBJ to do that because the prima donna will not allow himself to do it.
I agree. I'm with you.
Fuck, man. Sure. I got all I agrees with me today, dude. I'm fucking. I need to go play the lottery.
Yeah. But also it didn't help that Henderson got hurt too, you know, that game. So he had to come out. So there's a couple different factors, you know. But I mean, damn, that defense should have been like lights out though.
It should have, because nothing in the defense. Yeah. Well, the only defense only got better, and they played worse. 2 weeks in a row, they played worse.
Yeah. So that kind of doesn't make sense to me. The offense, I'm like, okay, I get it. You're hurting a little bit, but I mean, geez, the defense, you only got better. How, you know?
Yeah. Let's see here. The Cardinals, last week, not this past week, but the week before, led by former Longhorns Colt McCoy, Colt my boy, seemingly being dubbed as a loss, and the backup coming out and firing at all cylinders. And just like Dallas last week, or the week before, it was a complete team win. Good for the Cardinals, and they all hope that Murray will be back this coming up week. But last week, man, it was a tale of two cities. 2 weeks ago, McCoy was the savior and keeping the season going. They were number one and yada, yada, yada. And then Cam Newton came home to the Panthers. And twice Cam Newton's number was called in the red zone within 5 yards, I believe. And twice the Panthers scored with Cam Newton there. Cam Newton does get the nod this week to start. So they're playing who are the Panthers playing this week? The Panthers are playing Washington. So I think Cam Newton's gonna handle some business there. But the Cardinals came out and laid an egg. The Panthers defense finally emerged once again. I don't know if it was the emergence or the return of Cam Newton, But did you see that Cam Newton got flagged on that first touchdown he ran in? He took off his helmet and was like, "I'm back, I'm back," and they fucking flagged him for an unsportsmanlike conduct and taunting. I'm like, dude, he's not even doing it to the team. He was telling the fans and the TV, like, "I'm back." And it is true. It is true what he said. He said, "There's no way 32 other quarterbacks in this league are better than me. There may be 5 or 6 that are, but not 32."
I don't know. He's washed up. You ask me, but
I mean, he's gonna have a very good supporting cast right now in Carolina. You don't think?
I mean, what's the supporting cast?
You got CMC.
You
got Moore. And then you got what's his name? Robbie Anderson. So you got two really good receivers. You got a beast in a running back, and Cam can move still. I mean, he can't move like Murray can move now, or like what Cam used to be, but he can still move fast enough to get a touchdown at 5 yards out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not quite with you on that one. Sorry.
I couldn't go 100 for 100. Let's see here. The Buffalo Bills, man. Jesus Christ Almighty. They had a wild one the other week, including, but not limited to, Josh Allen being sacked by Josh Allen.
That was real cool how all that happened. Yeah.
It was the first time a player sacked another player with the exact same name. So that's pretty cool. Like, I don't think
that Josh Allen, the defensive player, dude, he did everything that day. He had an interception, he picked up a fumble, he sacked a player. Like, dude, he did everything.
Oh yeah,
everything.
I mean, Josh Allen had a great day that day on defense. The offensive guy didn't even show up. I don't know what happened to him.
I know, crazy, huh? Crazy. The MVP contender did not show up.
I know. It throws a wrench. Maybe not throws him out of it, but it throws a wrench in the whole, hey, man, I thought you were MVP contender. What happened?
Who do you think the MVP leader is right now? I really think this one's a open race this year.
It really is. People are talking about fucking
Dak is up there.
Dak's. Oh, I don't want to always go right to Dak. I'm trying to go other way. But like Murray, if he gets back and he's healthy, he's doing amazing.
He's missed too many games already. He's missed 3 games?
If he doesn't play this weekend, it'll be his 3rd game.
That's a lot of games, dude. I always like dudes that have been there the whole year, you know?
Yeah. What's his name for the car? For the Raiders, other than this, last week, I mean, he's been fucking slinging the ball around pretty well.
What about Stafford?
Stafford's been looking really good too, except for this last week.
Tom Brady.
Well, you can't not have a conversation about MVP and not put Tom Brady in. However, they have lost 2 of their last 3 games, so maybe a little bit
leading their division.
Yes. Well, I mean, look at the division though.
Doesn't matter.
I can say the same thing about the Cowboys,
like
right?
Cowboys.
I had to beat you to it. I had to beat you to it. Oh my God, my dad's rolling around his bed right now, listening to this shit right now. Hey, Pop, love you. But who else? If you're looking at it, I mean, look at Mac Jones. You could put his name out there right now. He's got the Patriots.
He's gonna be the rookie of the year for sure.
You think Yeah. Who else you put up there? I mean, you don't really have anybody to put out there.
I mean, I thought Stafford and
for rookie
and no for rookie of the year. Oh, I don't know. I don't even
know. We'd have to really look.
The dude from for rookie of the year. The dude from the Cincinnati Bengals, the receiver, offensive rookie of the year, the receiver.
I don't know his name right now. Chark? No, it's not Chark. It's
no.
God damn it.
That dude, whatever his name is.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you exactly who it is right now. Higgins? Oh, no, Jamar Chase.
Chase, yes.
Yeah.
That's the other dude for offensive rookie of the year.
There you go. Fucking A. Let's see, what else we have that we're talking about. Okay, so before we get into all the picks and stuff like that, real quick, this just came out a day ago or 2 days ago, whatever it was. former chef for Antonio Brown, who has accused the Buccaneers wide receiver of obtaining a fake vaccine card, now says he also not only did he get one, but he got it from an unnamed teammate. They didn't want to drop the dime on the teammate who got this for him, but I'm pretty sure they could narrow it down because they said it was a Johnson & Johnson fake COVID card. And on Thursday, the former chef Steven Ruiz, he was a former live-in chef, claimed he was owed $10,000 in unpaid wages and said that Brown had received a faked vaccine card. Ruiz provided the screen caps to the Tampa Bay Times of text messages with Brown's girlfriend, model Cindy Moreau, in which she offered to pay him $500. To pay him for the $500 for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine card on Antonio Brown's behalf. Ruiz said he did not carry out the task, but told the outlet that Brown succeeded in obtaining fraudulent card elsewhere. An attorney for Brown denied all the allegations. Of course, you always got to deny. But Friday, Ruiz threw more gasoline on the fire by telling ESPN that Brown had obtained that fake vaccine card from an unnamed Buccaneers teammate. Yeesh.
Very interesting.
It'll be interesting to see what the league does because they really didn't do much to Aaron Rodgers for what he did. And if they lay the hammer down on Antonio Brown, man, I don't even want to go down that road, especially what happened today with Rittenhouse.
Right.
But it's one of those things, man. Is he going to get a slap in the wrist just to avoid that conversation? Or do you think the NFL is going to go, oh no, we got to make a point now? That's two players, and the second one's going to be the one that. It's like when somebody throws a punch on the field. It's not the first one that gets hit; it's that second one that gets hit hard.
Yeah.
Is it going to be that right now with the whole vaccine card, or do you think that they're going to kind of slap him on the wrist and let's get shit verified and blah blah blah? I know that a couple people were asking me. Do you think he's going to end up playing? How many more weeks do you think he plays before the league steps in and goes, all right, now you're getting suspended for fraudulent this and that. I don't think he can get hit with like a crime as far as like time for jail time and stuff like that, because I don't think he's the one that made the cards. But there's got to be something. Something's got to happen. He's probably going to get fined and maybe suspended for a game or two. Watch. It's going to be a fucking slap on the wrist, but it should not be with something as serious as this. I don't know. What do you think, Artie?
I think the first ones, like you said, always kind of get away with it. And he's the first one that really did this. But I would hate to turn it into like a race thing, like you said, where I was like, man, are they going to let him go because it's a race thing,
Yeah.
Or, really go after him. I meant to say, are they going to go after him?
No, either way, though. Either go after him or not go after him. You know what the media is going to do. Is the second they if they don't go after him hard, I think the media is going to be like, oh, they're doing it just to try and save face because of what happened with Aaron Rodgers. And if they don't go after, or if they do go after him hard, they're going to be like, oh, they do this, but not to Aaron. It's not a win-win on this one.
Right.
I think the lesser of two evils, in my opinion, would be if I don't want to say they let him off easy, but they find him and he has to miss a game or two. And it's like, it's not dropping the book, but after that, tell everybody like, okay, look, this motherfucker over here and that motherfucker over here got the slaps on the wrist. Anybody after this, you guys are fucked. It's the only way I can see it playing out in the best possible way. See or no?
I don't know, dude. I don't know which way. I don't know. I really don't. Something tells me they're going to ostracize him, and something says, well, maybe since he's the first one, they're just going to let it slide,
Yeah. It'll just be really interesting to see how it all kind of boils down.
That for sure, yeah.
Oh, man. It's going to be interesting the next couple of weeks to just see, or the next week. I don't think it's going to drag on very long. They're either going to drop the hammer or they're not in the next week and a half at the most. And then it's just the way it's going to be at that point.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just very curious to see how they handle it.
Oh man,
very interesting.
Before we get into all the picks, man, I gotta do a quick refresh here on my documents here. But before we get into that, anything you want to talk about? I do want you to say a couple things about the Chino Hills Angels and how you felt about the team this year, since tomorrow's going to be the last game.
I was like, who?
Your team, coach.
I know, right? I know. It was, man, you know, the best part about that Chino Hills Angels was honestly having you and Tony out there every day and getting to see you guys and at the games and just talk to you guys. And like, it was just good memories, you know?
Yeah.
It's good memories. I know mine and your boy at some point again will play together because they're close in age and they really like each other. And once they get into travel ball, it'll be easier, you know, because then we'll put them in. Basically, I'd like to put them in like that Fontana team that I'm connected to.
Yeah.
That way, you know, both our boys are playing on the same teams for a while, you know.
Hell yeah.
But I feel like, you know, with Leo is definitely further behind than Luke. But I'm not worried about that right now with that. But I can't wait till they're of age where they're able to play with each other on travel ball teams.
And competitive,
honestly, yeah, I'm probably most excited about that because I felt like this was a little preview of what me and you are going to get to see later, you know?
Yeah, I know I'm super excited about what's going to happen and how things are going to go. And I mean, obviously, I see where he's at. I mean, Luke had a great last game, man. He actually smacked the ball. We started pitching to the kids this last 2 weeks now.
That's right.
And he smashed one, and he never hits it down the first base side. Honestly, he just, for some reason, he always hits it the other way, which is good, you know, in the long run. Hopefully he keeps that ability to be able to do that. But he absolutely slapped one, and it went over the first base, and it went right into the grass. And probably one of my proudest moments right there, because he actually smacked that one, and I was like, wow, like he legit hit that. And then the way he runs is just fucking hilarious, dude. So, I mean, I'm kind of sad, honestly, dude. I know it's been a little rough, especially with like the practices and stuff like that, just because the practice time that they gave us and where we were and this and that with the time change, it kind of sucked. But in the end, man, it's like you said, it's memories that we're gonna have, and we get to remember our kids by them playing ball together and having a good time. And it's just the beginning of a long, fruitful friendship that they're gonna have. That's gonna be able to go into travel ball, hopefully college ball, high school ball. We'll see where that all goes.
Yeah, I'm
already looking at high schools and they're the best. What's it called? The best baseball high schools in the area. Just trying to see like where is he going to play. You know, and Judy's like, let's wait and see where they're going to play travel ball, and then we'll go from there. I'm like, well, I want him to double up. Like, I want him to make sure he's getting the most out of, you know, what he can and what he can't do. But I'm really excited, man. Sad to see it end this season, but we'll be back for the springtime, and we'll see where everything goes from there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I think it's going to be real fun, and seeing them grow up. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to play Leo spring baseball. I might give him a little break because he needs to do a little bit better with school, and we're kind of focusing on that. So I don't know. We're not sure what we're going to do yet with baseball. Right
on. Let me know. Because if not, then I'll bring Luke back over here, and we'll play in Riverside. They already hit us up for tryouts for the 6 and under teams where they're throwing the ball and stuff, not just T-ball, but they already hit us up for that. So if you're not going to, let me know, and we'll go down that road at that point.
Yeah.
I want to keep him. He's excited about it. Every time he sees his bag, he's like, are we playing ball? Are we playing ball?
It's Leo's not quite there yet, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you there, dude.
So, but he'll get there, and I think fun times ahead, man. Fun times ahead.
Heck yeah. Other than our boys, obviously, right? Because we could talk about our boys all day long. Who else did you see that stands out other than Damien? Because that guy's a 5-tool player already.
Right, he is a 5-tool player. I was impressed with Ella, man, the little girl. You know, she had never played baseball before, and I mean, she's very aggressive, runs the bases really well, attacks the ball defensively. I was really impressed with her.
Right on. Anybody else? Who else you got going on out there that you're like, wow, that happened?
Sonny can hit the ball. He's a big boy.
Oh yeah, Sonny's gonna be one of those slappy first basemen.
Yeah,
once,
he is.
Once he learns how to catch the ball really well, he's definitely gonna be that first baseman that everybody's like, oh, that boy can smack.
Right, exactly. I agree. So yeah, man, he was interesting. I would say Bella and him probably the biggest surprises. You know.
Right on.
Yeah, it was nice to see Mila kind of open up a little bit, and
it took a little bit for her
not be so attached at the hip to Tony. You know.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Right on. I was gonna point out to what's her name? She doesn't make it to practice all the time because she's like in 3 different sports. Brielle.
Brielle, yeah.
Brielle,
she's a good athlete.
She's a very, very good athlete, and I hope she does very well with whatever she does moving forward. But she's a very good athlete, like we said. So
yeah, I agree.
All right, guys, I kind of got everything kind of lined up right here. Our last time we did the picks, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yep, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we tied that last that 2 weeks ago, not this past week, but 2 weeks ago.
That's one of my teams, so you have an asterisk on that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! How did I pick one of your teams?
You picked the Saints.
I picked the Saints.
I picked the Saints to lose, and you did too because you want to know why I was picking them. We
still tied. Let's talk about this week, though, dude. This coming up week, obviously the Patriots and the Falcons already played, and we had. Actually, we didn't get to call that one. That was the previous one.
That was going to be pretty obvious.
Ravens
I was
and
going to call it.
Yeah, I would have gone Patriots as well. That wasn't going to be a no-brainer. But we'll go from there. We got the Ravens and the Bears opening up Sunday morning, November 21st. My oldest, Logan's birthday, so he'll be 20 this year. Happy early birthday, son, if you're out there and listening. But the Ravens and Bears, sir, who do you have? They are in Chicago that day.
Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Ravens as well, even though they are in Soldier Field. But I do believe the Ravens are just a little bit too good for the Bears right now. I know I got a couple Bears fans that are like, come on, bruh. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm going to go with the Ravens as well. We got the Packers and the Vikings in Minnesota. Who do you have in this game?
ESPN's got the Packers rated as the number 1 team in football right now. So
ridiculous. But I agree. The Vikings had a great. I agreed with the Packers. Not that they're the best team in the NFL. Let's get this shit squared away real quick.
Sure.
Lionel, I know you're listening, buddy. You're a big Packers fan, but still, no, that ain't happening.
Why not? Who's
I'm
better?
I'm not a fucking Packers fan. I'm not going to say they're the best team in the NFL. Fuck that.
No, that doesn't have. You don't think they're the number 1 ranked team?
I think
they're deserving.
I think that they're top 3, but I don't think they're the number 1 team.
Who's the number 1?
I still think Arizona is the number 1 team.
Okay.
I'm not going to say my Cowboys, bro, but I'm saying Arizona. I still think Arizona.
I would have took your Cowboys if they would have beat the fucking.
If they would have beat the Broncos, absolutely.
Yeah.
But because they lost that game, I got to go with the Cardinals because the Cardinals don't have all their main pieces there. Soon as Murray gets back, that's a Super Bowl contender once again. It's just a matter of how long he's going to be out. So if you're going to tell me who I think the best team in the NFL is right now, the Cardinals. My dad's probably going, no. The Rams are still there. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I'm going Cardinals, and then Packers and Cowboys right there at 2, 2, 3 right there. However you want to roll them, and then everybody else.
All right. Okay.
We got the Colts and the Bills in Buffalo. Who you got?
Colts and the Bills. The Bills.
The Bills. I mean, you got to pay them, right? So here we go. We're gonna pay those bills, and we're going with the Bills. Other 10 o'clock game, we got the Browns and the Lions. They are in Cleveland. Who you got?
Browns and Lions? The Browns.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils on this one, guys. And I think everybody agrees. We're going to go with the Browns. Hopefully, the NFL comes back to its senses and starts doing what they're supposed to be doing, because only six right choices that we made, that's like our lowest percentage of picks that we've ever done, I think. That's really bad. All right, next up, we got the Washington No-Names versus the Carolina Panthers in Carolina.
Carolina, I guess, with the question mark.
I'm going to go with Carolina with no question. I'm going to put exclamation point, Superman fucking chest open, Cam's getting the start. I think the Panthers are going to go ahead and whoop on Washington because it is in Carolina. So I'm going to go with Carolina on that one. We got the Texans at the Titans. Who do you got?
Texans at the Titans. The Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Titans as well. I think Adrian Peterson is going to be doing some work this game. They're finally going to really unleash him, and he's going to get rock and roll, and he's going to get at least 2 touchdowns. 89 yards and 2 touchdowns is what I think for Adrian Peterson. Rushing, I should say. I think he's going to get a couple more passing, but I do think rushing is going to be about 89, 92 yards, right around there.
Interesting.
Next up, we got the 49ers and the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Who do you got? And if you say anybody but the Niners, I'm going to throw something at you.
The Niners.
Yeah, the Niners. Evan, shut up. Yes, we're going for the Niners on this one. You're playing the Jaguars. Calm the fuck down. Next up, we got bottom of the barrel versus bottom of the barrel. Dolphins at the Jets. Who do you got? They are in New York.
They're in New York?
They're in New York. I like how you're like, wait, they're in New York?
Did the Dolphins had their big win this past week or the week before? When they beat the Ravens.
I believe that was 2 weeks ago. Hold on, let me double check. Dolphins, beat the Ravens this last week.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Jets, yes, because they're in New York.
Okay.
It's gonna be cold because it's a 10 a.m. game. Let's see. We got the Saints at the Schmeagles in Philadelphia. Who do you got?
Damn, that's an interesting one. Eagles?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the Saints just because I can't root for the Eagles.
Right.
I just don't like it. I think Hurts is gonna fucking hurt. He's done there. I got no pun for that one. That should be an easy one. It's Hurts. So, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go Saints. You got Eagles. All right, that's one of the ones we're gonna split there. We got the Bengals at the Raiders in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Man, before I thought it would have been easy and took the Bengals, but the Raiders, I guess.
I'm gonna go with the
the
Raiders. I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. We're gonna go there and rock and roll on that one. Cardinals at Seahawks. Who do you got? They are up in Seattle with the 12th man. They have not said, by the way, if Murray will play or not. They said it's a possibility.
Huge.
It's a huge turn. If he's playing, you got to go Cardinals. If he's not, it's a coin flip.
No, if he's not playing, you got to go St. Louis.
Yeah. Seahawks.
Seattle. Yeah. I'm still going to go Seattle, man.
You're going to go Seattle? At home, Russell Wilson's going to get an extra that extra week of working with that finger. I'm going to go with Seattle as well. I'm going to fucking hate it if fucking Kyler Murray ends up playing that game and they win just because Kyler Murray jumped in there. But he's a game changer. Up until now, they still haven't announced it, so we're going to have to go. We're both going Seahawks on this one. All right.
Yeah.
What is it? Sunday's game of the week at 1:25. My Dallas Cowboys, America's team, will be playing.
Not America's team.
It's America's team.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And they're going to be playing the Chiefs, Los Chiefs, in Kansas City, sir. I have the Cowboys winning this game.
I got the Chiefs.
By 2 points.
I got the Chiefs winning.
All right. That's the big one, guys. I got the Cowboys. He's got the Chiefs. Cowboys are winning this one. Put your money on it. I guarantee it. I don't guarantee it, guys.
I guarantee.
I don't guarantee it, guys. But I do feel the Cowboys, after getting that punch in the mouth, they go ahead and this is the statement game.
Yeah. Without Cooper, you're right.
Yeah, no, definitely. But we got Gallup back.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He hasn't been overachieving his whole career.
Oh yeah.
Getting hurt every year.
Oh yeah.
Supposed to be breakout guy.
Oh yeah. Steelers and what do you mean every year? He's only been in the league 2 years.
Yeah, 3 years, but who's counting?
Who's counting? The first one didn't count. He had like one game.
Yeah, sure.
The Steelers and the Chargers playing on Sunday night. The Chargers are at home. And
Chargers.
So far, you're taking the Chargers?
Yeah.
I will be right there with you because the Steelers are just not the Steelers right now.
No, they're not. I agree.
And then Monday night shellacking. I mean, it's going to be a Buccaneers show. I mean, so it's going to be the Giants at the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers, unless they implode again for a third week in a row, should beat the Giants. At least that's what I'm saying. Artie, what do you have?
Yeah, the Bucs.
I like it. You're like, yeah, the Bucs. And then finally, because we always pick the next Thursday, week 12, the Bears are at the Lions. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bears, even though they are in Detroit. They might get their rims stolen, but the Bears are walking out of there with the win.
Yeah, I'll take the Bears, too.
Right on. Hey, so it is Thanksgiving, so there are 3 games on Thursday night. So let's go to the other 2. We got the Bills at the Saints in New Orleans. Who do you got, Bills or the Saints, sir?
Bills or Saints? Bills.
I'm going to go Bills as well. I don't care that they're in New Orleans. Bills are the more complete team right now. And finally, midday, as I'm getting ready to sit down and have my plate to eat during halftime, the Raiders come into Dallas to play the Cowboys at 1:30 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Who do you have, Los Raiders or the Cowboys, sir?
The Raiders or the Cowboys, you said?
Yeah, the Raiders play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving afternoon.
Where at?
Dallas, my friend.
The Cowboys.
Attaboy. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cowboys as well because, well, it's the Cowboys. Talk to me the following week when they got to play Arizona with Kyler Murray back. Then we'll have another conversation. But as of right now, I will take the Cowboys beating the Raiders. I do have a side bet with the neighbor on this one, so let's double down and get it going. Oh my God, towards the end of the show here. Artie, anything else you want to touch on before we get the hell out of here?
Not that I could think of, compa. Not that I could think of.
All right, guys. Well, as always, guys, make sure you guys stay safe. Don't forget you guys can follow us on the social media scenes, on the Twitters, on the Instagrams. I have posted a couple of snippets on TikTok here and there. We have gotten some views and some likes, so that's pretty cool. If you guys want to try and find us on there, go ahead and look us up, The Blow and Save. Yeah, we're on there on TikTok now. But go ahead and reach out to us at theblowandsavepodcast@gmail.com or head on over to theblowandsavepodcast.com, visit our website, learn a little bit more about me, about Artie. I will be trying to post some of those pictures that we had from the golf tournament on the website, so you guys can go and take a look at that there. And or I'm going to try and get it put in the Instagram, so you guys can go check those out as well. Artie, we can't go anywhere without having your patented RT goodbye. Let me hear it, Papa.
Yeah, make sure to wash your hands, take that vaccine if you want to, and just be safe out there, mi gente, because my sister's family just finished catching the COVID.
Oh, man.
So hopefully everything works out. And they are like what I would call super duper cautious, and they still caught it. So if it could happen to them, it could happen to you. Wash your hands and be safe out there. See you soon.
Absolutely, everybody. Compa, I'll see you in the morning. Go Chino Hills Angels, or Chino Angels, I should say, not the Chino Hills Angels, but go Chino's Angels, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Everybody else, thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. If you guys did have some drinks with us tonight, make sure you guys have a designated driver if you guys drank a little bit too much. If not, go ahead and jump on a Lyft, get an Uber, hitchhike your way around if you have to, but do not drive if you're too impaired. Be safe, stay safe. And we'll see you all next week. Wait, lies. Wait a minute. Next week is Black Friday, so we'll have to play that one by ear. We might have to do, since the compadre is off for the week, we might have to do one during the middle of the week here to cover everything going into the weekend and stuff like that. So stay tuned. Follow us on Twitter and Instagrams and all that stuff, and we'll let you know what's going on. And or hit the like, follow, and subscribe buttons here, wherever you're listening to the show. And if it's your first time listening, but you'll get all the pop-ups whenever we do post the show. Thank you guys very much. Compadre, I love you, and I will see you mañana.
All right, see you in the morning.